watch list. I'm hoping that I will be in Canada one day. Don't ask me when, but one day I do hope to go across the pond to Canada. Get me your score predictions. If you've not given me your score predictions, do drop it in the comment section. A special shouts out to Elite Sports TV. Big ups to you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Elite Sports TV. A man that needs no introduction. We are less than 30 minutes away from kickoff, and I'm bracing myself for this one. I think it's going to be a better game than last night. That's not to say I didn't enjoy last night's game. I did, but I think I'm going to enjoy this one way more than I did with last night's game. Before we get into that one, though, let's go ahead and see the news that's been making the headline. It is the World Cup, so it's not going to be a slow news day. There's always going to be something catching the headline. There's always going to be a headline. And headline it is. Let me go ahead and see if I can bring you guys up to speed before we move on to the meat of the matter. Of course, the meat of the matter is about tonight's game, looking at Canada taking on Bosnia. Do go ahead and give me your score predictions. Let me take myself off screen. Be a lot of Mexican kids out there in their numbers who absolutely enjoyed seeing Julian play for their country, dark skinned Mexicans at that. I also noticed that their post match, there were some Nigerians donned in the Mexican jersey, and they actually said from the horse's mouth that they are supporting the host nation, Mexico. And that doesn't come as a surprise given what's going on in South Africa at the moment and what is quite clear and obvious xenophobia. It doesn't come as a surprise. But in the context of things where both countries align, it's quite interesting to see that the Nigerians are supporting Mexico, and this makes it even better with the goal scorer being a dark-skinned black man, a brother. Definitely got my votes last night. I enjoyed that one. As for the football, let's remind ourselves we saw three red cards on display last night, one for the host and two for the visitors. As I'm talking about representation, and as I said, representation absolutely matters. I think I should also segue before I continue with the rest of the show. Kickoff is about 20 minutes away. I see only one of you have given me your score prediction. No problem. That is all right. Cast your eyes on the screen in front of you. And this one here, caught this one earlier on. I think it was actually from the official England football Twitter page. Yes, I still call it Twitter. And I think the caption was brotherhood. And I love it just as much, or maybe even more so than what we saw yesterday from, Julian playing for the host nation, found in the back of the net. As I said, a black Mexican, a dark-skinned Mexican. That's one of the talking points of the World Cup so far. And obviously, continuing on from that, where we talk about representation and diversity. I always tell you that diversity matters, representation absolutely matters, and seeing is believing. And as I said to you guys on last night's show, Garth Southgate, the former England gaffer, he for me brought diversity, visibility, and belief to this England team. It's what we're seeing right now. You're seeing more black players, mixed race players than white players. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Definitely growing up and watching the England team, that wasn't something that I was used to. Never saw that growing up. So Gareth Southgate definitely came and, in my opinion, did massive positive in making sure that the England national team is reflective of the country, right? And nowadays, you don't need to play for the big hitters to represent England. When I was growing up, it was a case of needing to play for what was deemed the original top four, or the top four as it was known back then. But as I said, nowadays you don't need to play for them. You can play for the likes of your Aston Villa, your Everton, of course, two of England's most successful clubs. But again, back then, that wasn't the case. You needed to play for the original top four. You could also play for a Crystal Palace and still be called to represent your country. So this is something here that I am fully on board with. Love it, and long may it continue. And since we're talking about diversity, I have to segue and talk about the host nation. Canada is a country that is on my bucket list. I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to it, but they're definitely on my bucket list, and I'm hoping that I can visit them at least once in my lifetime. You look at Canada, another nation there that is oozing with diversity as it should. And it's a country not just to do with World Cup, but just in general. Canada for me feels so welcoming to all. Let me know if you guys feel it differently. But for me, Canada, for as long as I can remember, Canada just feels so welcoming to all. And how can you not like them? Mind you, by the way, guys, if you have not hit the like button, please do go ahead and hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. Please make sure you hit the like button. And I've said it so many times, and I'll say it again, diversity is king. From the number 7 in the middle, their captain. Of course, we know on tonight's occasion, their captain Alfonso, he is on the sidelines. We're gonna get around to Alfonso in a bit, but it is the young man there, the number 7, who I'm hoping that tonight he will find the back of the net, because he's definitely one of the strongest soldiers in football, and at the World Cup, one of the strongest. I don't know who is the strongest in terms of mentality. going through so much, trials and tribulations, being at the lowest point of his life. We'll get onto that as the stream continues, and still he is standing, and he's standing tall. So, in the absence of Alfonso, who isn't able to kickstart his World Cup campaign just yet due to injury, we have got the number 7 in the middle of your screen there, and he's going to be donning the captain's armband. All right. So best of luck to Steph and his teammates. Now moving along, as I was saying, this Canadian team, how can you not support them? When you look at them, we're so familiar to Canada as we are with another co-host, Mexico, because of the connection there where CONCACAF football is concerned. But I'm looking at their country and I'm looking at the makeup of their team, and it does feel very much all inclusive. And it's actually quite interesting listening to their head coach Jesse Marsh, and also, just words that's coming from their camp, that representation absolutely matters for them. That is high on their to-do list. And it doesn't matter whether you're born in Jamaica, born in Scotland, born whether you're, I should say, first or second generation coming from Jamaica, Scotland, Portugal, or whatever. From the horse's mouth themselves, they say that you cannot beat representation. You are Canadian, irrespective of you are first generation or second generation of immigrants, which is different to what you hear when you think of Jamaica. Jamaica is a country where our national motto is out of many one people. But when it comes to football, it doesn't have that feel factor. It doesn't have that all inclusive feel factor. Definitely not where certain sections of new and traditional media are concerned. And I say certain sections because it's not everyone that's saying the same thing, but there is that feeling of not wanting players from the diaspora to represent the country. But when you look at it, at a nation like Canada, it's different, completely different. If you're good enough to play, you should play. And as I said, coming from the horse's mouth where the head coach Jesse Marsh is concerned, you are Canadian irrespective of. And I love that message from Jesse Marsh. Best of luck to Jesse, Canada, and also Bosnia. I am expecting a very good match. I think we sat here watching, well, keeping an eye on Bosnia's World Cup qualifier against Italy. And I think a few of you in the comment section assumed that it would be the Italian Stallions that come out on top. And boy, were you guys wrong. Definitely wrong on that occasion. So I am going to be steadily moving along before kickoff. We are steadily approaching kickoff. Brownman Security Sound. Misael, my apologies. Big ups to you. You're here again. You're always there. Canada, my grandma place. Every country is buying into heritage. And look at what Mexico did last night with Julian. And then I've got the picture on the screen in front of you where Canada is concerned. And we all know the makeup of Canada. We all know the makeup of Canada. We know that their captain, obviously, the number 7, Steph, he's standing in the absence of Alfonso as the captain, and he has Portuguese background, was previously eligible to represent either Canada or Portugal. One thing I like about Canadians, I notice it even with where the reggae girls are concerned, they're very proud and they don't hide who they are, and I fully respect it. They embrace the fact that they play for, let's say, a Jamaica, for example, but they don't shy away from saying that I am also proud to be Canadian born. And you get that from the players that represent Canada. Yes, they are representing Canada, but they don't shy away from their heritage, and that's how it should be. You shouldn't shy away from who you are, or the makeup, the roots, the people that got you here, and so on. I think I'm going to be making you guys a little bit teary, though it's not my intention. I don't intend on making you guys teary, but I'm going to try move along before kickoff. And as I said, I think I may make you guys a little bit emotional, or I may not go down that trajectory just yet. I might just stick onto the path that I'm currently on with you guys. Please do make sure that you go ahead and hit the like button if you've not done so as of yet. But I do think that we should also talk a little bit more about their captain, their number 7. So let's go ahead and remove this temporarily. And do want to warn you guys that it's a little bit triggering. So I don't want to trigger anyone's emotions. You've been warned right now. And I am proper rooting for Steph. And I'm sure you guys are going to be rooting for him if you've been following the young man that is. I should be able to see this one on the screen right in front of you. And if you can't see it, don't worry, I do have you covered. So as I said, Steph donning the captain's armband because Davies isn't able to do so due to injury. He hasn't fully recovered from his injury. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So this one here, the young man, best of luck to him and his country. He unfortunately lost both parents. Now, this is a article that was written, reported about some 2+ years ago, and it was devastating to read, highly traumatic. So I won't go into great details, but he is coming into today's match, and I'm sure he's got his mom and dad watching from the high heavens. It's just a reminder at the end of the day that footballers are human beings, and obviously we don't know what goes on off the field of play, and they go through their own trials and tribulation, their heartbreaks, trying to pick themselves up from unfortunate situations and so on. It does say here, Chad Charm tragically he lost both of his parents in the last 13 months. And obviously, as I said, this is a outdated article from 2+ years ago, right? So it's going to be an emotional occasion for him, no doubt. But I am rooting for him, and I do hope that he manages to find his name on the score sheet, whether that's opening the score sheet that is, or maybe even finding the winning goal, which is something that the host, one of the co-hosts, haven't managed to do at a FIFA Men's World Cup. Let me know if you think they're going to be missing their captain. So what he did at the 2022 FIFA Men's World Cup. Just casting my eyes on the build-up, a little bit of a performance. I think I actually missed the performance there. Looking at my screen, and I can see the boys are inside the tunnel. So I guess what I should do for you guys, is probably going to want to see the we'll definitely want to see the timer, won't you? You're going to want to see the timer. Before we go into the timer, you can go ahead and cast your eyes on the screens in front of you. Familiarize yourself with the starting 11. This screen has a habit of doing its own thing. It kind of just does its own thing. So as I said, Steph, the captain, the number 7. And a name that is familiar to you guys if you do watch Premier League football, former Arsenal man, Sead Kolasinac, he is wearing the captain's armband for captain's armband. I'm so excited for Bosnia. The big man, the big hitter, Dzeko, is on the bench. But this, guys, I think this is going to be a cracking game. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. You're saying you want the scoreboard. I will give you the scoreboard in a while, okay? Can't watch the game at work. We on the road. We depend on you. Oh, God bless you. You guys are out and about and you're tuning in to me. You guys are too sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for this one. Canada, for some reason, I feel like I am one of you. I don't have a Canadian bone in my body, but I do love these guys for some reason. Can Canadians have this little warmness about them? I've never met a Canadian that I don't like. I don't know if that's just me coming up clutch, coming up lucky, but I have never met a Canadian that I do not like. Let me know, you guys, in the comment section if you've been just as fortunate as myself. So, Alfonso Davies, captain, fantastic. He doesn't start the game. He's currently still nursing a injury. We're going to talk about that as we go along in the show. He is currently Canada's only scorer at the World Cup, and we do remember his header against Croatia in the 2022 edition of the World Cup. That was back in Qatar. They started things off good on the night's occasion, didn't they? And they'll be looking to do more of the same, no doubt. Here's something that you probably don't want to be reminded of if you support Canada is that you are still searching for your maiden World Cup victory. I think tonight's going to be the night where you break your duck, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a easy occasion because you're up against a resilient Bosnia side. If you go back and look at their string of results, this is a team that knows how to take the game to the wire. This is a team that is as resilient as you can imagine as it gets. So you can see the screen there up in front of you. You got a couple of other score lines at the top. Sorry, not score lines, kickoff times at the top, which doesn't matter to you guys. So let's go ahead and see if we can bring this one in the center before bites my head off. Says 8 p.m. kickoff, but that is purely due to my location. I don't think is gonna be a happy bunny. So let's go ahead and change this one for him. All right. It says he's on the road and he's tuning in. Kickoff is about 6 minutes away. I am absolutely buzzing for this one. It is 8 o'clock and the sun came up about 3 hours ago. Yes, you heard that correctly. England just does what England does best. So the sun came up about 3 hours ago, guys. Let it make sense, because for me that don't make sense. It was cloudy for the duration, the majority of the day, and then out the blue, the sun just came up, and it's probably going to be going down in maybe an hour or so. So let's go ahead and see if I can bring that one up there for you guys. Let's stop this temporarily. Bring up your scoreboard. I gotta keep you guys happy in the comments section. All right, all right, all right. Currently listening to a few whose national anthem is this? I think this is the national anthem of Bosnia. Big ups to all the people there from Bosnia. Big ups to you guys tuning in and all my Canadians. Miss Sayel says, I really love hearing your voice while I'm working. I wish more women were involved in sports like you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. I try to do a good job just for you guys, and sometimes I'm not pleased with myself, and I have to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out how to be better for you guys. So, yeah, thank you. It's very kind of you. So, let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger, right? Because I got to keep you guys happy. I don't want you guys telling me off. You can see this one on the screen in front of you, nice and clear, right? Kickoff is moments away. We're still listening to the national anthem. While I'm at it, I guess I should continue with the rest of the build up. Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh, cool-headed Jesse Marsh, and you know what? That might actually work in the Canadians' favor. As we know, preparation starts from the top, and he seems as if he is fully prepared for the occasion. We're currently listening to the national anthem of Canada. For some reason today, I was tempted to go and learn the Canadian national anthem. Don't ask me why I love these guys, because I don't think I can find an exact reason why, aside from the fact that, as I said, they just seems like such warm, lovely people. Preparation starts from the top, and I was taking in some of the words from Jesse Marsh, and he comes across as being so cool-headed, ready for the occasion, ready to make history. Is he going to secure their first ever World Cup win? That's on the object bingo card, isn't it? But it's not going to be a easy task for them. He's previously been an assistant at the World Cup before, but this is his debut in the driving seat for Jesse Marsh. He's a man that isn't he's not a stranger when it comes to the big occasions. The biggest of them all, no doubt, though, is the World Cup. Of course, he has experience of the Premier League, Bundesliga, as well as Champions League. So various experience across the board when it comes to pressurized situation, intensity. He's definitely familiar to expectation, though this one is like no other. He's playing on sports biggest stage, sports biggest competition. And if nerves is a thing, nerves definitely have to be there. Why? Because he's one of the co-hosts of this year's World Cup, again hosted by three nations: Mexico, Canada, and also the United States. Nerves comes with the game. A wise man once said, Sir Rodney Hines from the Voice newspaper, sports and features editor, he said to me, CD, if you do not have nerves, you simply don't care about the job. And he's bang on the money. So there's going to be some nerves there from both sets of players from Bosnia and also the players from Canada, the home side. Best of luck to both of these nations. football's biggest stage. Who's going to step up and be a star? Best of luck to those guys. I'm excited for them, no doubt. I am excited. I am thrilled for them. And Canada been at the World Cup before. They're no strangers, are they? First World Cup came back in 1986. Took a long while for them to get back to the promised line. After 1986, they had to wait until 2022. And of course, for this summer's World Cup, they were one of the automatic qualification teams as it relates to the fact that they are hosting the World Cup, so they are automatically qualified. So that is now 1986, 2000, and I should say 2022, and also 2026 in their back pocket. So they're currently on a successive run of 2 World Cups. Can they make it 3 next time out, or will there be a surprise where CONCACAF football is concerned? It's probably too early to try and predict any of that, right? Just we're bang on the dot here for kickoff time. Let me take this one off screen and see if I can give that a little bit of a refresh. I think hasn't kicked off as of yet. So I think it might actually just automatically update itself. So let's bring this one back up on screen for you guys. There are probably some maybe, what, 5 minutes behind the original kickoff time. History is definitely in their control as it relates to the hosts. Hopefully they can go out there and do their nation proud. I don't think there's going to be any boos. Don't seem like that's what Canadians are all about. They're too nice of a people to do that. So as it relates to their captain Alfonso Davies, it was to be expected that he wouldn't be participating in tonight's match. He's not going to be playing in tonight's match, and that is due to his injury. He did tear his ACL. So he's currently nursing an injury. And just to add on to that as well, he did have a MRI scan recently, which showed up some positive news. And according to the gaffer there, he is healing well, almost completed his recovery process, but he's not available for this game. He does have a private physio in camp, and of course, he is one of their star man, not just because he is the captain, but what he is capable of once he is fit and ready to go. So they are doing everything within all possibilities. You got Steph there doing a team talk, a little bit of a shouting there at the end to add some final motivation to his side. They're doing everything they can to make sure that Alfonso is able to play in the World Cup. Possibly give it some 2+ weeks or 2 weeks time. Hopefully he be up and running. And with that being said, we are off, and it is Canada that gets us on the way. Stadium looks like it's sold out to capacity. Red everywhere. I'm seeing more red than white. Obviously, with their flag, it is more red than white, so that explains it. So we are off on the way. What did you guys say as it relates to the score predictions? So RR is going for 3-2. You're going for a 3-2 score line. You know, you might be bang on the money with that one. I'm not going to argue against that. Quick little throw in here for the Canadians, put inside the box. Oh, one was whipped across, but it went out for a corner kick. So Bosnia have a corner kick here to deal with. It's like they're trying to go for an early goal here, guys. First goal of the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup. That one was scored inside the 9th minute. See what the other co-hosts Canada can do. Got a corner kick. We got the captain, fantastic Steph. See if he whips this one. He went low. Looks for it. Looks like he went for the typical stuff that you see on the training ground, but the execution wasn't what they bargained for. So all of you guys there in the comment section are going for a Canada win, right? You guys are going for a Canada win. The loss, and I don't imagine them losing this one. We've got the Seed Kolasinac on the deck. That is the captain there for Bosnia. Should be all right. He's a big fella. Reminds me of when he stood up for his teammate, former club teammates, Mizet Ozo, and a few robbers armed the robbers with, I think they had knives and a bally. And Sid Kolasinac did not look intimidated in the slightest. I feel like that's a Bosnia thing. They just look like tough as nails. They're just ready for a fight. Free kick, puts this one inside the box, shoots, and it goes high over the bar. That was a little bit of a quick opportunity there for Bosnia. I think that was their number 15 that kicked that one over the crossbar. Is that number 15? I believe it was their number 15 kicked that one high over the crossbar. Amar Mimic is his name. Big ups to you guys there if you're out and about. I hope that you make it home safe and unharmed. And if you're listening to me at work, God bless you. I'm not sure why you're doing that, but God bless you. Uptown 1G says Bosnia can fight, but can they play football? Look, if you go back and just watch their highlights, they absolutely can play football. Is playing football subjective though? You're talking about the aesthetically pleasing stuff. Football is a results game, isn't it? And they most certainly can play football. Look at where they're at. They're on FIFA's football's biggest stage, the World Cup. So they definitely can play football. No two ways about that. And as I said, if you look back at their last string of matches, which we're going to talk about in a few, but as it relates to Canada, Canada coming to this match with a 1-1 draw against Ireland. So obviously they're going to want to better that by kickstarting their World Cup journey with a win. Canadians there, you don't really have much to worry about. Your loss came back. I think it was a 1-0 defeat at the hands of Australia in the latter stages of last year. So besides that, you are on a fairly decent record under Jesse Marsh. 2-0 over Uzbekistan, 0-0 against Tunisia, 2-2, I should say, against Iceland, 1-0 over Guatemala, 2-0 over Venezuela, and 0-0 draw against Ecuador. One thing you probably should be cautious of is whether or not they're going to have cool heads or if they're going to lose their heads. Now, if they lose their heads, it may end up in a red card, which we don't want. We don't want a red card for either side, really, whether that is Bosnia or Canada. But Canada, over the last string of games, they picked up a red card against Iceland, also picked up a red card against Venezuela, and a red card against Ecuador. So they coming into this one where they absolutely cannot afford to lose their cool. They need to make sure that they keep cool heads, calm as you like. Don't let the occasion get the better of them. And I'm sure they will. They're professionals, aren't they? So yes, I saw someone in the comment section asking whether Bosnia can play football. I'll say yes, they can. They most certainly can play football. Sure, some of you, as I said, we talked about the game against Italy. Well, if you made some bold predictions there that Italy would beat them. They've had in their World Cup qualifiers coming into this match, particularly Wales and Italy. They took those two matches there. These we call decisive matches, must-win matches. They took it to penalty shootouts where they came up clutch, beating Wales 4-2 and then beating Italy 4-1. Who could have seen that one coming? So that's what I said. They are a resilient side. They are extremely resilient. They also produced a 1-1 draw in a international friendly against Panama. So they're ready. back to the game though. It is what, just under 10 minutes played, early doors. Let me know if you guys can see the game itself, and if you can, do let me know if you like what you're seeing. Also, let me know if you want us to do a live watch along of the game to follow after this one. Got the last remaining co-host, USA. They have their game coming up against Paraguay. So do let me know if you guys want us to give you a live watch along for that. For the time being, all attention on Canada and Bosnia. And again, massive thank you to those of you for tuning in to my live stream. Wonder if we're going to get any questionable moments in the game. Considering what we saw last night, which I called the tone setter, you've set the tone with regards to discipline. Not hoping that there'll be any red cards in this one, but surely it cannot be one rule for one and another rule for another, right? Back to the game for the time being. Oh, bit scrappy there, like that. Like that, Buchanan. I think that's Buchanan and Kolasinac there. Done well for himself, the number 17. Done well for himself. Slim lad, he handled himself well. Like it's actually a throw in to Bosnia. I must visit this country one day. I must visit this country one day. And again, to those of you listening, whether you're silently listening or you're active in the comment section, let me know if you want me to do the next game later on. I will have to switch off, close off on my stream, relax for a little bit, and then come back. So you're saying Buchanan to put himself on the score sheet. I fancy the captain, Steph, to put himself on the score sheet. Just of his own little personal story there. I would love for him to find himself on the score sheet. But yeah, Buchanan, you may very well do that. Jonathan as well, that's another player there that could find himself on the score sheet. So it's anyone's game, really, isn't it? Bonso Davies, he is on the bench, but I don't expect to see him at all. But he is on the bench. He's not going to be playing. His gaffer already said he's not ready. The big hitter, Eden Jekyll. That's a name that's not a surprise. It's a familiar name to us, isn't he? He's also on the bench. Canada taking a throw-in. Back to their goalkeeper. So we haven't beaten the opening goal so far from yesterday. It's gone past 10 minutes. But I think the goals will come, guys. I'm not worrying about goals for this match at all. The goals will come. So let me know if my screen looks a little bit dark. Because the sun is setting and my background feels a little bit dark. Got Bosnia on the attack. Good tackle. Good tackle. See, Konasinat wants something though. He's asking for a card. I think that was a very good tackle. It's one of those you just sort of take it for a team. Looks like he is going to get a yellow card, but I mean, what more does Seed want? Does he want a sending off? His teammate looks like he's come off worse there. He's still on the deck. Let's watch that one on replay again. Ah, replay in slow motion looks much worse than it actually is. Than it actually is, isn't it? But looks like he's gonna find himself in the referee books with that one. I think that's the first yellow card. So Alistair Johnston, he's found himself in the referee's book. That's the number 2 there for Canada. Number 15 for Bosnia. There's a challenge there on the number 15 for Bosnia, and he's currently on the deck, receiving some treatments, but he should be all right. He's Bosnian, they're tough as nails. So that's Omar Memic, currently being tended to by his but the backroom staff, but he's all right. He's all right. He's a tough lad. So they have a free kick here, Bosnia that is. See what they can do with this one. Puts it inside the box. Doesn't trouble the keeper. That one pretty much crawled into the hands of the Canadian goalkeeper. Fellow on my screen looks like Roberto Carlos, but I can't think why he would be at this particular match, but I don't think it was him. Just shares a resemblance to him. May have been him though. Let me know if it is him, if you guys can see what I can see. What's the odds on Dzeko coming on and scoring? What do you guys make of that? I mean, we saw what he did at the qualifiers, didn't we? When you talk about a big hit, so when you talk about big names, Edin Dzeko, when you talk about superstars, poster boys for your nation, he does what poster boys does best. 6 goals. 6 goals in the qualifiers there for Edin Dzeko. Coming up clutch. Coming up clutch. Handling responsibility as he should. So maybe I should think that this is Dzeko's last World Cup. He's gone past the age of being a spring chicken. He's 40 years of age. So surely this is going to be his last World Cup. Hasn't done bad for himself, quite literally dragging his country to the World Cup, isn't it? And this for Bosnia, this is a World Cup that is 12 plus years on from their first World Cup back in 2014. Still seeing some nostalgia name. As I said, Seed Kolasinac, Dzeko, Asmir Begovic. Does that make you guys feel old? Let me know if that one makes you guys feel old. Probably not as old as Dzeko. 10 years shy of half a century in age. The big man is still coming up clutch though. He's still coming up clutch. Look at what he has done for his country, and you compare it to our country and what our star boys have produced. When you got a 40-year-old Edwin Dzeko dragging his nation, Bosnia, back to football's biggest stage for the first time in over 12 years. You can't hate on it. Let's see if they're going to try and spoil what should be a party for Canada. Canada on the break. Oh, good idea. Buchanan still has it. Kone. It's good effort. Good effort there from Tani. See the vision that he was trying to execute. Just have to make sure that the end product aligns with what he has in mind. The skipper Steph on the ball. Moving the ball well here, guys. Whips it inside the box. Looks like Buchanan was going for a high header there, but the Bosnians in the box did their job. Whips it back inside the box. Hit! Oh, save! Comfortable save there by the goalkeeper. Like that. Like that. Ah, that was a comfortable save. Who is that? The referee's view. This looks like Jonathan David that had a pop at goal. My screen isn't the clearest, but it does look like it was Jonathan David. I think that's Canada's best chance so far here, guys. Um, didn't give the goalkeeper anything to worry about, but need more of that. Want more of that from both teams, but you know who I'm rooting for. But I do want more of that from both teams. And want goals, don't we? It's the World Cup. Of course, we want goals. Ronaldo He's 45. Yeah, yeah. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Look, footballers, outfield players can play for as long as they want to these days, pending that they take good care, excellent care of their bodies, right? Back in the day, it was a case of goalkeepers. Jesse Marshes is losing his cool on the sidelines. I think he was just watching that we're watching his reaction to Jonathan Davis' pop at goal, which, as I said, gave the goalkeeper nothing to worry about. Miss Sayal says, I am old as Jekyll. You don't look it. You're clearly taking care of yourselves, aren't you? You're definitely, what's your secret? You look well for 40. You're 10 years away from half a century. You look bloody good for your age. Keep it up. Keep it up. Tell me the secret. Keep it up. No water break so far. Almost 20 minutes on the clock. Maybe it's much cooler in Canada than in Mexico and the United States. I've had summers in the US and my God, is it hot? It is, I swear to you, it's hotter than Jamaica. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're capping. Canada, USA in the summer, for me, hotter than Jamaica. Hotter than it's like being in the bloody, it's like being in the sun itself. It will burn you up. And I tried walking through Times Square, and I had to go home. I weren't a happy bunny. It's too hot. They're so extreme. The weather in America is so extreme, isn't it? Hot summers, cold winters. You're sweating like a pig or you're shivering. There's no middle ground, is there? Can't complain with the British weather that is. Bit scruffy there. Come on, Canada. Ah, yeah, the buildings carry the heat. You are ahead of me. Blair Video, big ups to you. Oh, yeah? Okay. Okay, I get you. Well, that explains it, doesn't it? That explains it. Oh, I think he got a little bit lucky there, Steph. Got a little bit lucky there, done in the number 7 jersey. So you guys haven't told me if you want us a live watch along of the other game to come. Do let me know. I don't mind giving it to you guys, but before you guys gotta let me know if you want it or not. Definitely have to let me know if you guys want it or not. All right. Right, let me you know what? Let's leave that there. You guys can't. Oh my. You're supposed to be on job. You're supposed to be warning me. I just realized something. Let's go ahead and change that there for you guys. I just realized the screen isn't the screen was too wide, so you guys couldn't see what you needed to see. is usually on job. He didn't catch that one though. So let's go ahead and fix that. Want to make sure I keep you guys feeling good. Almost 20 minutes on the clock. It's gone past 20 minutes for myself, but the screen is a little bit behind. I think it's Blair Video that says I'm ahead of him. Bosnia's got a corner kick. Ooh, deadlock broken. Deadlock broken. And for the goal scorer, that is his first international goal. We didn't have that in the script, did we? We did not have that in the script. Bosnia, someone asked, can they play football? They absolutely can. They absolutely can. I need to, did that? Oh my, I think he just glanced. I think he just managed to get I think that ball has just probably touched the tip of his head, but that's all it needed, really and truly. That is all it needed. And Bosnia is up and running. Bosnia is up and running. Lukic. Lukic with his first international goal, and we're panning to the fans inside the stadium, and they got tears coming from their eyes. Now we need to see just how resilient Canada can be, because as I said to you guys before, Bosnia, they are resilient. Lukic with the opening goal. Did not have that on my bingo cards. Let me know if you guys planned that one. I thought it would be the host nation. Let's see just how resilient they can be, because Bosnia, when it comes to resilience, tough as nails, never say die spirits, that is them in a nutshell. That is them in a nutshell. So currently the hosts, Canada, they are 1-0 down. And that's why I love the World Cup. What's a way to score your first international goal than on FIFA's on football's biggest stage? Speaking of hydration break, they've got their first hydration break just off the 20 plus minutes mark. Probably coming the perfect time for Jesse Marsh to have a little chat with his boys before halftime. Little while away from halftime though, but that goal there that just came inside the 21st minutes from Lokic. And like I said, I do want to watch that one on replay, but it just looks like it just touched the top of his head, or it just his hair. If that. But nevertheless, you're not complaining, taking nothing away from him. Deadlock broken. Deadlock broken. Let's see what Canada can produce. So they're a long way away from the full time score. Long way away from 90 minutes. But they're going to have to find something. Be good if they could find something before halftime. Let's watch this one back on a replay. A goal there came from a corner kick headed home by Lukic. Very good header. I like that. Right place, right time. And his friends and family must be delighted for him. They must be over the moon. Canada's last victory, as I stated earlier on in the live stream, that came against Uzbekistan. That was a 2-0 victory against Uzbekistan. Let's see what they can do to pull themselves back into this one. Mentality monster. Yeah, they do have that mentality monster about them. As I said, they're definitely one of the most resilient team coming into the World Cup. No two ways about that. You got to relish these moments. The last time they were at the World Cup was Brazil. Brazil 2014. And their performance there, best performance, group stage. And I wouldn't be surprised if they made it out the group. They are that resilient. When you look at what they have, the teams that they have brushed to the side. I say brushed to the side, but of course it wasn't like that, because two of their most pivotal games, Wales and uh Italy, that one went down to the wire. Penalty kicks to save it. But they're definitely a team to watch. And I think they're going to be a team here that a lot of us are going to enjoy watching. Gonna throw it out there and say Canada and Bosnia to exit the group. How does that sound, guys? How does that one sound? Bosnia, one of the big surprise of the tournament there. Bosnia's they have players with the most World Cup appearance. So how interesting of a fact is that? So Bosnia, Canada's opponents, they have the players with the most World Cup appearance. So that obviously dates back from their first World Cup back in 2014. And they have what you call one of the granddads in the squad, although he's not moving like a granddad. The big hitter, I should say, Dzeko, 40 years of age, still going. Begovic being one of those players. Bisic as well. Safic, another one of the players there from their first successful cycle, still present and still going. They are out in front, 1 goal to the good. People of Bosnia, I'm definitely sure that you guys have, you're celebrating right now, aren't you? Enjoy the moment. Football is about unity and people coming together. So do enjoy the moment. And Canada, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. There's still a long way to go. And I feel confident. I have a lot of confidence in you guys, but it's going to take a lot of hard work to get over the line. And you need to get over the line. I need you to get over the line. Let's remind ourselves that they're still searching again for their first ever World Cup victory, searching for their maiden World Cup victory where the men's team is concerned. Free kick. I went for a little flick on there. That's Canada. That is back into the box. Good defensive work there by Bosnia. Kolasinac as well. For Magona. I'm happy for him, you know. I'm happy for him for obvious reasons. Look like he might be winded there, one of the Bosnia players. Not sure what happened there. Let's watch this one back on replay. He got checked. I think it's Buchanan that just shoulder barged him. You're tough as nails. Stop pretending. Get back up. Conan on the ball. You know what? Again, big up you guys for tuning into me. I don't know why you choose to tune into me, but big ups to you guys. Corner kick here. I think that's thanks to the efforts there of Buchanan. So got a corner kick here for Canada. Let's see if they can pull the trigger and find the equalizer. 28 minutes on the clock inside the box. Whips this one inside the box on the edge of the box. Ah, free kick. Yes, it is a free kick. Looks like that was a little bit of a maybe was that a shove in the back by the Bosnian number 4? Yes, it was more than a shove. It was definitely a shove in the back by the big man there, the Bosnian number 4, Tarik. It's a lovely name. So Tarik there shoved to the back of I think it was the Canadian number 10. Shoved to the back of the Canadian number 10, David, that is. Jonathan David, and it is resulted in a free kick quite close to the box. He went low, another training ground set piece. Execution's a little bit poor. Who's going to score the goal for Canada, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Puts this one inside the box. That's easily headed away by Bosnia. Bosnia on the attack. That's sniffed out by Canada. I think that's Jonathan David. Canada back on the ball. Miller. Didn't last long. Bosnia back in control. That didn't last long also. That looks like it's a throw in here to Bosnia. If you've not hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. Who won? Who in the group? Oh, I thought you said who won in the group. I was thinking, you're asking me stuff that not even the players themselves don't know. Who won in the group? Who's in the group, I should say. So in their group, this is Group B. You've got Bosnia, you got Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. So I am saying Canada and Bosnia. What are you guys saying? I think Bosnia will exit the group. Early days, but I think based on what I've seen of them in their qualification process, the journey to the present, I'm saying that yeah, they will make it out the group. And I do want Canada to do the same as well. I want Canada to do better than what they've done at previous World Cups. And if for them to do better, then they need to go and secure their first ever World Cup win. Create history. This time hosting the FIFA Men's World Cup. Another first that they need is a first victory, and we're better than the present. It would be cruel to not do that on home soil. Best performance at previous World Cup dates back from 2022 and also 1986. You need to stop wasting your efforts. It's way off target. Did you need to do that? Could you not just pass it to him? He's right in the middle. Come on. I don't even think you needed to take such a wild shot. That's Hanny, the number 12. Hanny. It's easy for me to sit here and say, could you not have done a better job? Like I could have done a better job. I've got two left feet. I can't even dream of doing a better job. But come on. Don't waste your efforts. Yeah, I would have I thought he was going to pass it to David. David was right in the middle. But like I said, it's easy for us to sit here and say why you didn't do this. Why when you're in the game itself, different ball game. But they can't keep squandering these easy chances. When these chances come, you got to put it to bed. Because remember, Jekko is on the bench. Jekko can still come on. 6 goals in the qualifiers. You know he wants to come on and make a name for himself. You know he's going to want to come on and shut up shop. Good throw into the box there by Canada, but that one is headed away. So that is another corner kick. Come on, Canada, do something. Gone past the half an hour mark. Let's see if they can. Again, I'm just rooting for you guys to find the equalizer because I like you guys so much. But for the time being, it's the visitors with the lead. Kicks this one inside the, whips this one inside the box. It's kicked to work. Looking comfortable though from Bosnia in defense. No nerves on display from them. So we're very so confused and I'm having to keep on turn on my camera, turn on my fan, turn it back down. You guys haven't hit the like button as of yet. What are you waiting on? Please do make sure you hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. Please make sure you hit the like button. You guys fancy I don't know if you guys going to stick to your same scoreline. You guys sticking to your same scoreline, always saying that there's gonna be a clutch moment coming from the host nation. And who's going to produce that clutch moment? I'm still sticking with the captain. Sticking with the captain for a clutch moment. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like these games are finishing much cool. Is that Ryan? What's his name? Ryan Reynolds? That's Ryan Reynolds that just popped up on my TV. I don't even know if I pronounced his name right. Sorry if I didn't. Think I got as close as I could have. Also, let me know what you guys make of Jesse Marsh and what he has done with Canada's men's team thus far. About 10 minutes away from halftime with additional minutes to be added on. Maybe some 3 minutes of added time. That hydration break. He's lost the ball. Bosnia back on attack. That one was sniffed it out. So that looks like it should be a. Not sure what Jonathan David is moaning about, but that should be a throw into Bosnia. That was a shove, but the referee has allowed play to go on. No blowing off the whistle. A push to the back of Jonathan David. Beautifully won there by Canada. Release it. Miller. Oh, good. Ha. Could see his vision. Well, corner kick here being taken by the captain, Steph. Was, as I said, once eligible to represent Portugal. See what Stefan can do. Whips it inside the box. Don't go low like the training ground routine that we've seen before. So they've changed things up. Should be another corner. That does come off one of the Bosnian players. That Seed Colasta, that you're too big, fella. So that's Jonathan David there. Tried to control the ball. And as it was coming down, it does actually hit Seed Kolasinac loss. I think he's shouting for a handball, but I don't think that can be given as a handball. He was oblivious. This is another corner kick here for Canada. Inside the box, cleared by Bosnia. Kone kicks it to the goalkeeper. Maxime. Let me turn back this fan on because again, I am now starting to sweat like a pig. I said I don't understand this weather, but I'm not starting to sweat, guys. I'm not really sure why that is, but a couple seconds ago I was cold. You see, this country, it's so confusing. I've got my little blanket on my legs. I got the fan on, and 1 minute I'm cold, next minute I'm hot. Very confusing indeed. So, guys, again, work with me here. Do you want me to give you another live watch along later on? I'm kind of pushing it on you because clearly I don't mind doing it. So, do let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do a live watch along later on. All right. In the meantime, smash that like button. And those of you who are on the shift, big ups to you. That's what we like, working people, hard-working people. We don't like bums. We don't like bums. We like people who can motivate us. So keep at it. But hey, if you don't own that business, just know that you're just a number. All right. Never ever settle for less. Know your worth. And also try to own your own company one day, whatever that is. Turn your passion into a company if possible. And also know when to take your holiday. You're just a number. You can easily be replaced. It's Friday. Don't work yourself through the ground. You've done a good job. You've done a good job. You made it to Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Have a lovely weekend as well. Jonathan David there with a little chance as he controls it. It's not the best control from the big man, but again, another chance there for Canada. 40 minutes here on the clock, 5 minutes away from halftime, excluding additional time. It is still Bosnia out in front thanks to a header from Lukic. And that header there was scored inside the 21st minute from a corner kick. Is that the scoreline that you guys predicted? Are we going into halftime with Canada trailing? Canada as one of the co-hosts, of the two co-hosts, Mexico and the United States. First host up and running, that is Mexico. They defeated South Africa 2-0. USA are playing later on in some hours' time. They'll be taking on Paraguay. They'll be hoping to kickstart their World Cup party with 3 all-important points in their back pocket. Canada will also be hoping to do more of the same, or at the very least, draw the match, right? You don't want to be starting off on the back foot. Don't want no sour grapes in your mouth. Don't want no nerves. 'Cause you lose this one, you're bound to have a little bit of a nerves. We saw what happened with Argentina at the last World Cup, though, didn't we? The shock of the World Cup, and then they went on to lifting the thing. Not to say that Canada will do the same, but hey, worst case scenario, you can turn the impossible into the I'm possible if you have the mindset to do that. That is. It's not been a bad game from both sides so far though. But obviously football is a results game, and the result says that it is Bosnia so far out in front. Sorry, Canadians, but I do want to see the big hitter, Edin Dzeko. I do want to see the big man, Edin Dzeko, at some point in this game. 40 years of age, still going strong. Don't let no one tell you that you're too old to live out your dreams. 10 years away from the big 5-0. And I hope he sees 50 and beyond. So I hope my Mexican in the comments section sees 50 and beyond as well. All of you guys, if you've not touched 50, I hope we all see 50 and beyond. What a age. 24 hour. Let me know. You guys don't want me to do the next match? Is that what you guys are you guys silently telling me not to do the next match? Is that what you guys are telling me? I kind of feel like it's wrong not to do it only because I've done the first two co-hosts. So I kind of feel like the third one is a must. But if you guys don't want it, I can see an Arsenal jersey in the back, and this fella is shouting at Kolasinac. He don't have time for you, lad. He does not have time for you at all. What does he want him to do? Come and high-five him? Sea of blue and white. It's captivating stuff. See Kolasinac looks like he's going forward. He's going to be taking the the throw-in. Good throwing into the box. That was headed away though. It's a bit of a naughty idea there from the Bosnian number 6. Players are always gonna try and go for something spectacular, aren't they? When permitted to do so. And I guess you can kind of try that when you're out in front. It's Connor Coventry. Connor Coventry. Where is Connor Coventry doesn't sound like you were born in. Let's go and see where's Connor Coventry from? Connor Coventry. So he plays for Bosnia. Connor Coventry don't sound like a Bosnian name. So let's go read up about this fella right here. Connor Coventry, born in England, Waltham Forest. Yeah, I was thinking that doesn't sound very Bosnian. Alrighty. Alrighty. So he previously represented the Republic of Ireland. Interesting, Connor. You learn so much with World Cups, don't you? Look at that. Bosnia are even saying, hey, if you're good enough to play, come and play for us. But Jamaica are telling you, no, you must be born and bred to play for us. That's why we're not at the World Cup. And for those fans that's pushing this narrative of no to diaspora born players, you guys don't deserve to ever see your country back on the big stage. You don't deserve it. We do, but you don't deserve it. 4 minutes of added time until this one comes to an end. Looks like it's going to be Bosnia going into the halftime break with the all-important 1-0 scoreline. Imagine that, born in Waltham Forest. You played for Republic of Ireland, now at the World Cup representing Bosnia. So it says here, obviously, as I said, was previously eligible to represent Republic of Ireland and also England due to birthplace, but he qualified. Let's see what this one says here. It says the national teams through his mom. So who does he born in? So who was it? Is it grandparents? It's probably grandparents with Bosnia, isn't it? Nevertheless, I like that. Thinking to myself, that Connor Coventry don't sound very Bosnian. Neither does Tariq, but there's a Tariq playing for Bosnia. There's a Tariq playing for Bosnia. But his last name, I think, is pronounced Muharemovic. When you hear the Vich, you just know it's authentic. If the Vinch isn't there, and I think the other country that's like that is Croatia, authentic. But as I said, even Bosnia is welcoming heritage players. Tariq, a lovely first name, a lovely name in general, but his first name again. Want to learn a little bit about him if I can. So let me go ahead and see this one. 47 minutes on the clock. See if I can pick up something about Tariq. What does it say about his family? Doesn't say much about his family in terms of background. He is a practicing Muslim. It doesn't say much about his family, if anything. It's CONCACAF. You should keep the coverage coming. Yes, we do. All right. Thank you for the motivation. All right. Thank you for motivating me. God bless you. God bless you. So is saying that it's CONCACAF, so we gotta keep the coverage coming. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do exactly that. A corner kick. This looks like it could very well be the last chance here for Canada. Looks like it's gonna be the last chance here for Canada, guys. Let's see what they can do with the last kick. Corner. His header goes way over the bar. That's nowhere near the target. Nowhere near the target. That's something that Jesse Marsh is going to have a talk about, isn't it? He's gonna have to figure out how to get the boys to put the ball in the back of the net. So far, they haven't really troubled Bosnia. So that was Derek there for Canada. Derek with the last effort there from Canada. And his header he jumped, headed the ball, but that one, as I said, that was not troubling the goalkeeper. That one went way over the crossbar. It is Bosnia out in front at the halftime break. Hopefully you guys can still see the screen in front of you. Let's go ahead and see if shall we jump into some stats? So this is how the game looks. It's how it currently looks, right? I trust that this is as up to date as possible. It's saying a draw is 31%, 44% for a Bosnia win, and 25% for a Canada win. Let's go over some stats here quickly. Shots, it is quite close here. It's 5 for Bosnia, 6 for Canada. Shots on target, 1 for the host, 2 for the visitors. Possession, 68% possession for the host, 32 for the visitors. Passes, 213 for Canada, 113 for Bosnia. Pass accuracy, pretty close, 75% for Canada, 69 for Bosnia. Fouls, 8 for Bosnia. Canada have done half of that, making it 4. Yellow cards, 1 for Canada, 2 for Bosnia. Thankfully, so far, no red cards. So hopefully we can see out the remaining second 45 of 0 red cards. Offside, 0. It looked like, did they not blow the whistle for Jonathan David? I thought that was offside, or was I just hearing a whistle that don't exist? But anyways, 9 corners for the host, 1 for Bosnia. So there is work there to be done at halftime, isn't there? There's plenty of work there to be done by Jesse Marsh and his boys at halftime. They really need to try and come up with a formula to one, level the game, and hopefully produce their first ever win at the FIFA Men's World Cup. That's something that I do believe is on their to-do list, their hit list. But it's going to take something. It's going to take something from you're up against a resilient Bosnian side. I want to see if I can potentially change my graphic for you guys. I know, let me. Oh, it's probably not going to be a happy bunny, but I'm going to try and see if I can. Why does my look so dark? I think I need to turn on a light, guys, but I'll do that in a few. Let's go and see if we can look at some other graphics there in terms of performance, right? I'm intrigued to look at some other bits there with you guys. And I definitely have what it takes to pull a equalizer. Let's see, is this the screen that I want? Yeah, I think that is the screen. Would be a upset if Canada lost. Yes, it would definitely be an upset if Canada lost. As you can see there, you should be able to see this one on the screen in front of you guys. I can't tell which tab is active, but there's definitely a tab that's active at the moment. But Lord knows I can't identify which tab it is. Okay, I have now. So you can see there on the screen it is 1-0 to the good. That is 1-0 for Bosnia. Give that one a little bit of a refresh there for you guys so you guys can see it clearly. You can see halftime. As I said, Lukic with the header inside the 21st minutes. They've had a few chances at goal. Both sides, to be honest with you, had a few pops at goal, with Canada failing to find the target. So it's quite close in terms of overall rating. You can see here Canada with a 6.51, Bosnia with a 6.93. It's pretty fair in terms of comparison across the board. Obviously Bosnia edging it out. They have most of their players are on some 7+ ratings compared to Canada. Canada, only two of their players go over 70. You've got Richie here, bang on the money with 70, and you've got the captain, Steph. Steph is on 68. There was another player here that had a 7 point something rating. I'm not sure why that has changed, but there was another player there on a 7 point something rating, but that seemed to have changed quite swiftly. But nevertheless, it is pretty much fair across the board so far as it relates to what we have seen. As I said, we know the bench. You can't call upon your captain, fantastic. That is Alfonso Davies, because as I stated earlier on in the stream, he is absent from tonight. Just seeing that header again, that was scored by Lukic on the screen in front of me. And he's back to Alfonso Davies. As I said earlier on, he is absent from tonight's game due to an ACL tear. So you won't be seeing him. I don't think that was Canada trying to be cute and clever. I definitely don't think he's going to be playing. It's been reported more than once. But the big hitter here, Edin Jekyll. He is on the bench and be interesting to see. I think at some point he will be coming on. And he may very well be coming on to shut up shop. That's not a player that Canada will want to see. Very different to so funny, the bullet header from Alfonso Davies back in the 2022 edition of the World Cup. It wasn't a bullet header, take nothing away from Lukic's goal, but they're two different type of headers, aren't they? Nevertheless, they both found the back of the net. But Alfonso Davies probably watched on and thinking, wow, I remember when I did that. And I'm sure he favors his goal the most. So Canada, of the two side, they have work to do. But as I said in at the start of the live stream, this is a resilient Bosnia side. They're no strangers to going up against teams with big names. Whether that was from the 2014 cycle or the recent qualifiers that concluded some months back, which saw them return to FIFA's biggest stage, the World Cup. Again, just a reminder, taking both of those crucial matches there against Wales and also Italy to the wire with a penalty shootout. So they are in the driving seat at the moment. They played against Panama on the 6th of the 6th, and that one ended in a 1-all draw. That was obviously a friendly. They also produced a draw against North Macedonia. That was the month prior to the Panama game. So they're going to be looking to see if they can just go back to winning ways. And Canada, on the other hand, will be hoping that they don't do that. Canada are going to be wanting to make sure that they secure at least the bare minimum, a draw. As I said, we also saw them produce a draw against Ireland on the same day, funny enough, where Bosnia played. So there's no unfair advantage there, cleverly in terms of whoever put those dates in the diaries. Well done to yourself, sir. As I said, again, just a gentle reminder, their last win was a 2-0 victory over Uzbekistan. Friendly, obviously, when you're one of the co-hosts, you can only do friendlies. There's no competitive matches there for you guys. That's one of the things that really weighed on my mind. What do you guys make of that? Does that give you a slight, I can't say unfair advantage, because it comes with hosting a World Cup, whether you're co-hosting it or whether you're the lone country hosting a World Cup. During that period in the build-up to the kickoff of the tournaments, you're not going to be playing those competitive matches, whereas you have other teams around you who will be looking to qualify, hence playing competitive matches. Does that give Bosnia a slight competitive advantage over the teams in their group, or more so a slight advantage over Canada? Because in terms of competitiveness, they are the sharper of the two. That's taking nothing away from the practice matches against sorry, a practice matches there for Canada. You can only do what you can do. You can only control the controllables, so take nothing away from them. But as I said, that's one thing there that really drummed in the back of my mind as I was putting the game together. I was thinking, does that work in their favor? Will it work in a major way or not? Let me know in the comments section, in terms of the two nations there, Bosnia being the fresher of the two in experiencing the competitiveness of football and knowing what it takes to go all the way. As they say, small margins can make a difference. Small margins absolutely matters. So do let me know if you think that will weigh in their favor. Perhaps it probably won't, because it's not as if Canada haven't been in action. They have. It's a different mindset. And I wonder, in terms of mindset and trying to develop and create and mold mentality monsters, when you beat a team like Italy to a World Cup, same could be said for Wales. But when you talk about football heritage, when you can beat a team like Italy and in the fashion that they did, surely that does something for your mentality. Surely that does something for your confidence. Fresher of the two when it comes to going the distance compared to their host, resilient and stubborn. That's what their last string of fixtures of taught us coming into the World Cup. They have a never say die attitude. And it remains to be seen whether or not they're going to spoil the party for Canada. Still a big 45 coming up. I don't know if I need to go powder my nose. I think I will need to powder my nose, because I don't want to sit here and be uncomfortable. So I think I'm going to have to powder my nose very quickly, guys. And let me take this one. Take this one off screen and see if I can bring something else up back on screen. Guys can have something else to look at while I just pop to the ladies. I need to go and powder my nose very quickly. I need to do so before the second half kicks off. So let's try and make this one quick as I can. So yeah, leave this one on screen for you guys. I can't play no coverage, obviously, because of the copyright violation. But I will be back in a jiffy. Don't go nowhere. Make sure you stay. I'm not going to be long. All right. Maybe less than 30 seconds. So just bear with me. Let me take myself off screen temporarily. And I will be back. I'll be back. Oh, you guys actually stayed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Someone said it's gas. Definitely not gas. I do feel better though. I don't know why. I've learned not to be strong when I don't need to be strong. I remember when I first started live streaming, I wouldn't dare leave you guys. I was just like, no, I have to hold it together. But when you've got to go, you've got to go. Thank you guys for not leaving. It's half time. We're waiting for the second 45. It is Bosnia, the resilient Bosnia, out in front as it stands. They're spoiling the party for the Canadians, and we love the Canadians, one of our CONCACAF brothers. Of course, we love Canada. Never been to Canada, but I hope I'll go to Canada one day. Who wants to invite me? Invite me to Canada, someone. Do give me a invite, and I will. Do you guys prefer it like that? Does that look better to you guys? Or do you want this? What do you guys want? I think you guys want to see that, don't you? You guys don't want to see me. You want to see the screen. Surely, right? I don't know. Let me know what looks better to you guys, or maybe I'll go back to how it was before. Nope, not that. Let me know what you guys want. I'm here to serve you. I think maybe this one. So I'm just right there on my left for you guys. Yanni 89989. Looks like you're new in town. I don't recall seeing you in my comment sections before, but you've made an intro, that's for sure. Big ups to you. I hope you're in great health, and I hope that this won't be the last. The Dapper Don, Jesse Marsh, suited and booted. Can he give them a boot up the backside to make sure that his team finds the leveler? Has he given them a boot up the backside? He probably has. Jesse don't look like a shouter, but looks can be deceiving. Cool as you like coming into their first match of the 2026 World Cup. See some little kids there with Jekyll's. Got a placard there of Jekyll's name, and I think Jekyll on the back of his jersey as well. Bless his little cotton sock. Hopefully, Jekyll sees him at the end of the game and signs his jersey. So Yanni says the Jamaican team isn't much better than what we've seen so far from the opening games. How have we fumbled this so badly? Because we don't deserve to be there, my friend. Kickoff is back on the way. That was a quick little kickoff. I've been before, but I took a break after that disappointing display from the JFF. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're back. Don't let them spoil the party. This is sports' biggest occasion. It's bigger than the Olympic. It's the only sported competition where fans support any country passionately, religiously. You don't see that nowhere else. You're not even seeing that in the World Cup, mind you. So we are back on the way. Couple empty seats there for Canada. I think they're still on maybe they're powdering their noses or getting their burgers and their hot dogs. What the Canadians like? Burgers, hot dogs. It's a football occasion, so that's kind of what you guys go for, chips, right? What do you guys call it in Canada? You call it chips or fries? I think there's some similarities with Canadians and the Brits. What do you guys call it? Chips or fries? And the Toronto accent is quite intriguing. Like the Toronto accents. Big up the guys from Toronto. Big up the guys all over Canada and Bosnia. But I do like the Toronto accent. Right. So we are back on the way, as I said. Canada with a throw in, Buchanan running over. He's in a haste, isn't he? Looks like the message from the gaffer. Oh, nice little. Oh, he saved it. What a tot! Stick that on replay. Stick that on repeat for me, please. So as I was saying, I think the messages play with urgency. I want to see that again. Stick that on repeats for me, please. Oh my. Please put that one. I wish I was in control of that. That was lovely. I like that. So let me go and see if there's been. I can't see any. Let's go back and try something here, guys. Actually, let me open up another tab. I don't want to disturb your stream. Jesse has told them to play with a bit of urgency. Oh no. Ah, there's a coming together here of the goalkeeper. Oh no. Hope he's okay. Think he may have been offside. So there's a collision here between the goalkeeper, and I think it just trying to see who that collusion was between. And if it was inside the, let's see this replay. If it was inside the penalty area, then surely I think they're going to say that he was offside. Ouch. So the goalkeeper comes over to punch the ball and he catches, what's that, the number 12 for Canada. That was what I was talking about earlier on. I don't think that's going to be, don't look like it's, well, it's not going to be looked at. So there goes the line of consistency. Yeah, that one's definitely not going to be looked at. In fact, that was Tani involved in on both occasions there, guys. Miller, it's a wasted effort there by Miller. You can see who was trying to feed forward. But Tani involved in quick succession. Trying to trouble the goalkeeper, but the fans weren't feeling that, were they? There's some boos there. They definitely weren't feeling that. Let's see if they. I'm gonna refresh my screen. See something. Let me refresh this screen. Hold on. Let me refresh my screen. So the only yellow cards. There's been a couple of yellow cards, but okay. Let's try something. It's a nice little bit of urgency there from Canada. The first opening minutes of the second 45, like what I saw from Tani. Rips it inside the box, puts it inside the box, but that wasn't going to trouble the keeper, was it? Definitely wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. Toronto is similar to London, heavy Jamaica. Yeah, very. I think that's why I like it. Heavy. Does Bosnia have a basketball team? Do they have a basketball team? Seems like height weighs in their favor, or is it just me? Do they have a basketball team, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Got a couple players there on yellow cards worth keeping your eyes on. The goal scorer, Lukic, he's on a yellow card. Also, Ermedin, believe his name is pronounced for Bosnia. He's also on a a yellow card. My apologies. And Alistair Johnston for Canada, he's also on a yellow card. So those will probably be your shouts for early substitution. Right? Or at least it's worth keeping our eyes on them, because what we don't want is for them to get a double yellow, which obviously will result in a sending off. We don't want another sending off. We don't want no sending offs. I think so. They love basketball in Eastern Europe. Yeah, I mean, the players them unless I'm bugging and oh, oh, oh my God! I swear that went in. I swear that went in. I think it was denied by the crossbar. Bosnia, you are lucky. Oh, Kolasinac. If it wasn't for you, let's see that one on replay again. Yeah, it's Kolasinac. Kolasinac, it's not even luck. It's your captain. Captain Fantastic. Captain Fantastic. Guys, that should have been the equalizer. That should have been the equalizer. I think that was Richie, their number 2, Richie. My God. So that's what the captain's supposed to do, isn't it? Bosnia with an effort through on goal. Canada, luckily for you, it is still 1-0. Little bit of an end-to-end stuff there. So great ball to find him. Goalkeeper spreads himself wide though. So fantastic save there from the goalkeeper. Watching that one back on replay, that's a fantastic save there from the goalkeeper. Oh my God, that was going to find the back of the net. That was going to be the equalizer had it not been from Kolasinac. Corner kick, Bosnia into the box. Canada are playing up. They're a bit more lively here. Canada are a bit more lively. Just trying to squeeze that one forward, but they're a bit more livelier here, guys. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. Come on, let's get the equalizer. Miller into the box. Miller. Who you passing that to? One of the fans? Yes, they do. Oh, they do? Oh, thank you. God bless you. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, they look like genetic wise, they've got a bit of a height on them. And they also look like they like football. Like, is that me just being judgmental? Judging in a good way, that is. Please do make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Canada on the attack. Oh, clearance. Comfortable save there for the goalkeeper. I'm liking what I'm seeing, as I said here. Canada knocking on the door, but that resilience of Bosnia is shining through. I'm so glad that this game kicked off at 8 o'clock because I can make a little bit of a noise later on. Won't be the same. No noise I can be making at what I think it's a 2 a.m. kickoff, so can't be making noise at 2 a.m. Can I have some respect? Don't want to disturb my neighbors. So I think that's gonna be the throw is now being reversed and it's been given to Canada. I think it's because Kolasinac was taking too long with the throw in. So I think the new law is what, 5 seconds to take a throw in? Taking the absolute biscuits with that one. 5 seconds. And I think the other one that I saw was that if you're taking too long to take a corner kick, it then results in a is it a hold on. If you're taking too long to take a goal kick, it results in a corner. Correct me if I'm wrong with that one, guys. I don't think it's the other way around. But what a load of bollocks. Just let people have enjoy their football. Rules that you guys should be changing, you're not changing. Load of bollocks. Are you supporting any other team this World Cup? What team do I look like I support? 5 seconds is way too short. You can't even catch your breath in 5 seconds. So you're telling me that if you're running down the flank and you manage to just, slide tackle, stop your man, you're running out of breath, you didn't have to pick yourself up and what? Can't even count past 5 seconds and then do the throw in? Come on. Stop it. I don't want to see that nonsense in club football. I know what people are going to say, oh, because your team does XYZ. Saying it, no one complains and it works for them. Everyone complains and it works against them. Looks like Canada have a. Is this Canada? Let's go and see this one. Yes, it looks like. I think it's Bosnia with the corner kick. Yeah, it is Bosnia. Puts this one inside the box. Goes. That one doesn't trouble the goalkeeper though. Big number for you. They got some tall lads. They can definitely ball out. They can definitely ball out. You can't fix it. Socks or shorts. I think I get what you're saying there. No, are you saying that with the 5 seconds players can pretend to fix their socks or their shorts? I think after a while, people clock on to what you're doing, isn't it? Throwing Kolasinac. Looks like we're going for a quick what's this? The boys are on. Looks like Canada gearing up for a double substitution here, guys. Big ups to you guys for supporting back-to-back streams. Love you guys for that. Love you guys for that. Thank you so much. And you guys are saying I should come back later on. Says it's CONCACAF football. We gotta do it. You gotta promise to be here later on. Canada on the attack. Yeah, 15 seconds. Yeah, I think 15 seconds is valid. That's a good enough time. 15 seconds is a long time though when it's working against you. But I think 5 seconds is too long. Maybe 10 seconds. 15, probably a little bit too long. Especially when you're losing and you just kind of want to go, you just want to get on with it. 15 seconds can kind of calm the game down just a little bit, and those little fractions can make a difference to the winning and losing team. So they're saying that Oluwaseyi was offside when when he went through and had the little collusion there with the goalkeeper. I don't see it. It don't look offside to me. Maybe something was wrong with my eyes, but Oluwaseyi, that don't look offside to me. So there's a little substitution here coming for Canada. So Miller is coming off. And Schaffelberg is on. That sounds like a German surname. So Miller off for Schackelberg. David is off. David off for Ahmed. And I think it also said Buchanan went off, but I do need to double check that. I think I might double check that on my screen. And Bosnia have gone for a substitution of their own. I'm going to try and give you guys that again. So yeah, Buchanan is off. So Tajan Buchanan off for Ali Ahmed. And Promise Akin Hilo, he's off for Jonathan David. Jacob Staffelberg is off for Liam Miller. Staffelberg sounds German. Let's go and check out this one. It sounds like a German surname. So born in Canada. Where's his parents from? Doesn't say. What do we make of Staffelberg? Does that sound German to you guys, or am I bugging out? Doesn't say if he's got German roots. Sounds like the lad has some German roots. So Bosnia, they've got some substitution of their own. Let's see what Bosnia are saying. I am absolutely starving. I think I really shouldn't be eating at this hour. You know, one thing about the World Cup, the good thing about the World Cup is it's forced me to eat earlier. Usually I consume my dinner around 8 o'clock. I know that's not good because then don't really give myself much time for my food to digest. But I've been consuming dinner so far 2 nights. The earliest I've ever had dinner was about just after 5 o'clock. I hope and pray to God I can keep that up. So Bazadar is on, and the goal scorer Lukic is off. Djikovic is in, he's coming, and Ivan Basic is also off. So am I not going to see the big hitter? Imagine the throwing specialist play on the opposite side of the field. Need to get a long throwing. German, Swede. Oh, German. Oh, okay. Nice. Germany is a beautiful country. I went there once and I would love to go back. Ah, they were on the attack there. Canada sniffed out by Bosnia. Throw into Canada. Speed it up, lads. Speed it up. Oh, he slips. Come on. Oh, I think the Bosnian just got in the way there. Looks like he's gonna be a handful. I think that's the number 24 substitution. I think that's Ahmed. And he looks like he's gonna. There was a little bit of a tugging off the shirt there by one of the Bosnian players. And he looks like he may very well turn out to be a bit of a handful. Canadian substitution. Or actually the number 24 saying here that their number. Let me go and see who is the number 24. I want to make sure I give you guys that the right thing. Okay, this thing isn't charging my. It's not charging properly. So good thing I got that. Let's go ahead and change my charger quickly. I'm gonna try and see who that player is I'm talking about. One more here, guys. Yeah, that thing is not charging my Mac. It's a good thing I got my backup charger. I've got the original charger, but as you guys know, that one we had a little bit of an accident with it a while back, didn't we? I got backup charger, but the backup charger doesn't do a good job. Backup charger does not do a good job. So that was the number. Was it the number 24 that I said I want to look at, right? I said I want to look at their number 24. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. Doesn't even say. Oh, actually, it was Promise. My apologies. It wasn't Ahmed. It was Promise. Akin Pillow. Akin Pillow. Where is he from? Promise. Promise sounds like a Nigerian name. Akin Pillow. Not familiar with that name, but Promise sounds very Nigerian. Oh, a Bosnia. They're really doing their hardest to shut you guys out. They're doing their best to keep Canada out. I can tell you that, which is obviously what they should be doing. 66 minutes on the clock. Canada are knocking on the door, but Bosnia, that resilient Bosnian side, they're holding it together so far, guys. 66 minutes on the clock. So Promise, let's go and see where Promise is from. I'm intrigued to learn more. I'm gonna say Nigeria. So his name is Promise Oluwatobi. That's definitely Nigerian. I don't think we need to go any further with that. It must be Nigerian. Ahmed, he puts this was too much power on that one. That one's gone out of play. Yeah, from I see the Promise Oluwatobi, Emmanuel as well. You don't get much more Nigerian than that. So Akin Pelo, never seen that name before, but yeah, Promise. Yeah, it must be of Nigerian heritage. Water break coming soon. Do let me know if you guys can hear my background because obviously I don't want you guys to. Don't want it to disturb you guys. Bosnia on the attack, down the flank, inside the box. Canada doing enough just to put him off. Take him off his stride there. Back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper rolls it out quickly. Canada breaking on the on our attack. This second 45 is much better than the first 45. I didn't hate the first 45, but this one's a bit more up my street. This one is a bit more end to end. And for Canada, it's what you want to see. Now you want to see the ball going to the back of the net, don't you? Now you want to see Canada put the ball in the back of the net. Canada, free kick. Ah, it's headed away. It's a lot of frustration there from the Canada number 4 push to Kolasinac, and he's a big lad. Um, trying to find something, but I can't find it here, guys. Okay, let me just finish this and case close. And tomorrow, it's Samba time. So Yanni 989, I know you support Brazil. I just know, I feel it in my bones. You definitely support Brazil. Blair Video, I feel it in my bones as well. You're Brazilian. You're Brazilian as well. Hydration break here, guys. 70 minutes on the clock. Got the players here huddling around head coach Jesse Marsh. I'm supporting England because I need to keep my job. Interesting. What do you mean by that? That is such an intriguing comment. What do you mean by that? Without giving too much away, add something to the meat or the bones of that one for me. A goal for Canada? No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I had high hopes for Canada. I was saying this is going to be your maiden win. This is going to be the place to do it. I still think they're going to do it. Would be great if they did it tonight for their sake, but perhaps in the next game. Well, to stay in the World Cup, they're going to have to do so, aren't they? You can't draw and expect to stay. You can't lose and expect to stay. You got to win, to find a way to win. And right now they're the opposite of win. They're losing. They're losing. It's not what you want to see, but they are currently losing. So many other things that I need to do here, guys, but I think I might have to do this when the stream comes to an end. And I live in England, so if Jamaica can't make it, I guess I'm one of the lads. I misprofiled you. Why did I think you lived in Jamaica? I'm sorry for misprofiling you, okay? Fair enough. Fair enough. I think you probably missed the start of my live stream. You know, growing up, I never used to care too much about what the England national team does because I didn't feel represented. But Gareth Southgate has changed my feelings towards England. Always wish them well from a distance, but I never really cared too much. But Gareth Southgate has changed my opinion on that. It would be wonderful if Bosnia won this match, says Miss Sayel. Why is that? Is it because you want to be, I'm going to be a little bit cunning here. Is it because you want to be the co-host to go the furthest? Mind you, I think it was it's between yourself and Canada, though. Canada are on the back leg here. Brazil are my team. Yeah, I could tell that's your team. Brazil will always be my team. There we go. There we go. Bosnia has only one match in their first participation in 2014. Well, it's better than it's their debut. It's better than I'm losing train of thought. It's better than Canada, isn't it? Canada haven't done it yet. Canada haven't done it yet. They have not won it yet. Unlike Canada, they've already secured their maiden World Cup win. So it looks like we've got another substitution here, which I need to give my little screen a refresh so I can give you guys that substitution. Got some more subs here. Kareem Aladjebkovic. Kareem. And he's off for Amar Mimit. Interesting. Kareem. Wonder where he's from. Kareem. So it says here he's actually born in Germany. I love the World Cup. I bloody love the World Cup. So he's born in Germany, but he has represented Bosnia throughout his entire career, even at the U15 level. How wonderful is that, guys? How beautiful is that? 18 years of age. Kareem. Does he pronounce it as Kareem or does he pronounce it as Kareem? I think it kind of depends on where you're from in the world, isn't it? But I think he pronounced it as Kareem. Canada's never won a match, even earned a. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They need to break their duck, don't they? They need to break their duck, Mr. Mexico. Told you guys about this resilient Bosnia side. Bosnia, you know what? It's a long way to go. But they could cause some trouble if they make, which I think they will, into the knockout rounds. They can cause some trouble here, Bosnia. I love the chaos when it comes to football. Give us some chaos. I don't want the everyday typical story. Give us some chaos. Give us some chaos. Don't mind if I do. I will be tuning in with some chaos. It's like Canada has got another change coming up here for us. Mr. Marshall, he don't want to lose this one, does he? Oluwaseyi off and Larin on. Or have I enjoyed this live stream with you guys? You bet I have. Gonna continue with another live stream later on. I've been told by the landlord that I need to work on my thumbnail. He tried to help me out earlier on, but can't seem to find my assets. So I think I'm gonna have to give him a call after the live stream finishes. So he has told me to work on my thumbnail. So I'm going to take his advice into consideration and do exactly that. And then after that, I can put a stream out for you guys, right? The landlord says I need to work on my thumbnail, so I have to do that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Elite Sports TV. The veteran, the very best. His country. Oh, he's gonna act like he's German through and through. I know he's back in the Canadians. He lives in Canada, doesn't he? So his country at the moment, not having the World Cup opener that their heart desires. I know I wanted their captain, Steven, so Steph, I should say. Stefan, my apologies, to get things started. Kone, quick move. Yes, sir. Run. Yes. What a goal. What a goal. Super sub. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff from Jesse Marsh. Excellent stuff from Jesse Marsh. Yes. Yes. Stick that one on repeat. Super sub. It needed something spectacular. It needed something sweet, something special. Nice little run. I love that. Super sub. Lovely bit of play there from Canada and the goal, the finish. Chef's kiss. Love that. You needed something cute and clever. You needed something cute and clever. I love that. Canada, you've got my heart. I don't know what the hell you've done to me, but you've got my heart. Love that. Number 9. Number 9. Yes. Sorry for shouting, guys. I do apologize. Love that. Super sub. Got some seek in the what do you want to call it? In the supporters sections there for Canada. Again, diversity, representation matters. Diversity is power. Finally. Love that. Love that. All right. Squeaky bum time. Let's see if we're going to have a winner. Let's see if we're going to have a winner here. Canada on the attack. Hit it. Bit of a fluky effort there. Bit of a fluky effort there. Bit of a fluky effort there. I love that. Love that. That's a peach of a finish. Hey, that's a peach of a finish. 91st appearance, 31st goal. There's always time for a first. There's a first time for a first. Always time for a first. Is there a first time for a winner? That's what they want, isn't it? Love that build up play there from Canada to the goal. 9 minutes. 9 minutes to go to see if someone can find the opener. Say worst case scenario, what you do need for Canada is a draw. You don't want to lose your opening match. Neither of these sides will want to lose their opening match. Why would you? Bosnia pegged them back for as long as they could. Finally, 79 minutes it took. They went behind inside the 21st minute. So you've got some doses of booze there coming from Canada. That is because the captain, the Bosnian captain, is on the decks. Looks like he's got his medical team coming over to see to him. And I think they're actually signaling for a substitution. So he's not trying to play smart. Looks as if he's actually injured here, guys. Hopefully it's precautionary and nothing serious. He's put in a shift tonight. Or I should say today. Most of you, it's daytime, isn't it? He's been helped back to his feet. He's a big lad. He's tough as nails. Looks like he's going to want to come off there because he's getting ready to take off the armbands. Captain's armband comes off. He hands it to the referee. And he's limping. And I hope and pray to God that he's okay. It's all just precautionary. Good thing here that he's actually walking off. 1-1 draw, says Blair Video. So he is off, but hopefully it won't be the end of him for the group stage. That is just simply precautionary. The captain going off. Burnett has replaced Seed Kolasinac. So that, my friend, is what you call super sub Jesse Marsh. Chef's kiss. Now, if you can go ahead and get the winner, fans would probably want to give you more than chef's kiss. The fans, not me, the fans. Real happy for Canada. Larin, the equalizer. Looks like they've got a corner here to defend. Bosnia, that is. Let's see what Canada can do. Let's see how Bosnia can respond. They don't have their captain outside the. Or actually, my apologies. It was actually Canada that's dealing with a corner. My apologies there for the confusion here, guys. Nevertheless, there was no threat posed by Bosnia. Schaffelberg. 85 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes away from 90 plus some additional minutes there. Maybe some 6 minutes of additional time, or is that too much? We did have a couple of substitutions though, didn't we? Maybe 4 to 6 minutes of additional time. Or forget my manners. Thank you so much for blessing me with a moment of your time. Thank you so much for blessing me with a moment of your time and for choosing my live stream to get back on. God bless you all. Don't know why you guys decided to do that, but I'm not hating on it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Don't see you on my next live stream. I do hope that you guys have a fabulous Friday. Enjoy the World Cup. Get home safe if you're making your way home from work or to work. I do hope that you make it to your destination safe and unharmed, because doing so is an underrated blessing. If you're new to the channel, please do make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like what you've heard so far, do go ahead and hit the like button. I could get used to these 8 o'clock kickoffs. I am loving the 8 o'clock kickoffs. I don't like late kickoffs. Canada with a throw-in inside the box, headed away by Bosnia. Back to Canada though. Whips it inside the box, headed away by Bosnia once more. He goes up top. He's trying to find his teammates up top. He's going for a run. Is he quick enough? Yes, he is. Has to play it back, though. Good game, this. Good game. Enjoyed this one. Ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed this one. 87 minutes on the clock. Looks like we're going to be sharing the points here. Blay Video said it's a draw. But none of you in the comment section predicted this one, did you? Yeah, they didn't predict it, my friend. None of you predicted it. Before we close off, I think we have to go and look back at some full-time stats. I'm going to have to close off. I'm going to have to love you and leave you, but I will be back. Jesse Marsh, yes, I think he made some very good decisions there with the substitution. Spot on. Spot on. Did what was needed. At this point, when you're losing, try to draw the match. If you can't, if you don't think you can, if it's running away from you, you don't think you can win it, draw it. Draw it. Edging closer and closer to the full-time whistle. I think the timer here is a little bit behind by some seconds. All right, guys? But the scoreline is accurate. That is the scoreline. And how can you not like the World Cup? I mean, look at who scored the goal for Canada. And then you've got people from traditional media, new media, some, not all, talking about they only want Jamaican borns playing for Jamaica. Load of bullets. Since when? How can you say out of many one people and not welcome all? You got a free kick here to Canada. Let's see what they can muster up. Whips this one inside the box. It's too high, and that basically falls right into the hand of the goalkeeper. So let's see how many minutes of added time. 6 minutes of added time. So that's Fergie time plus tax. That is Fergie time plus tax there. And the man that pulled the trigger, Mr. Larin, he is of Jamaican heritage. Mr. Larin wouldn't be welcome to play for his parents' country, his family's country, because guess what? Some people only want Jamaican-born players in the team. Big ups to Mr. Larin. Special moments requires special players. Definitely a special player with that goal. And also Promise. Big ups to Akin Pelu as well. It's what the World Cup is all about, isn't it, guys? Already 5 minutes to go, 1 minute. We already played 1+ minute of the additional time. See if we're going to get a blockbuster finish. Good little turn there from the little 18-year-old. No free kick there. He's gone down. Yeah, that's going to be... He's going to blow the whistle for that one. He's not going to get away with that one. Got away with the first one, but you're not getting away with the second one. So it's actually Bosnia here that has a free kick some 2+ minutes in. From that foul that was committed some seconds ago. If they're near the halfway line, they are going to... Oh, he went to the side. He went A short pass. Thought he was going to try and that one inside the box. Laren doing some defensive duties. Laren being a handful. No, we're still okay. Yellow card for the Bosnian number 18. Laren proving to be a bit of a handful there. Number 18, Katic. Laren. Yeah, it was that he had to stop him there, isn't it? He was going to be off on his bikes there. Please do make sure you hit the like button if you've not done so already. I do need to refuel. I need to go and charge up. Nicola Katic, the lovely name. It's not so lovely that you find yourself in the referee's books, though. Oh, he's made a mistake there, Bosnia. Thankfully, Canada have amended their little error. So 2 minutes to go until full time. Ahmed. I think he tried to go at the back post there. Have a comfortable save there for the Bosnian goalkeeper. All right, Canada sprinting forward, going forward. Into our final minutes of added time. Canada run the ball. They're going to go for it now. Oh, go on. Go on. Larin. Oh, blocks. That's a very good block. That's a well taken block. When you talk about handful, Larin has been a bloody handful. Almost denied. He was denied by that block there from stealing the winner. I think that is it here, guys. I think they're going to be sharing the points. Watching that replay, the Bosnians. Bosnians. That, my friend, points shared. What a game. I enjoyed that. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed that. I mean, if you are Canadian, perhaps not. If you're Bosnian, perhaps not. But you didn't lose. Who am I to even to be saying that? I'm not Bosnian, I'm not Canadian, and I know you want to win, don't you? But for Canada to come back, hats off to you. Where do we start with this one, guys? Should we let the dust settle just for a couple seconds and then perhaps we look at the halftime stats before doing a quick little roundup? And then I'm going to have to love you and leave you because it is almost bang on the dot for 10 o'clock my time. And I do have to go make some tweaks. Landlord says I need to go make some tweaks to my thumbnail, so I need to go and get on my skates after I close off on this one. So let's go ahead and see if we can bring up something here on the screen in front of you guys. This one has come to an end. This one's come to an end. I think what I need to do is just take that off screen temporarily Give it a little bit of a refresh and then bring it back up on screen for you guys. I don't like to refresh the stream while it is on screen because it looks a little bit messy. Let's look at how we're looking as it relates to the table. Hopefully you guys can see this one here. 1-1 it finishes. So a point apiece for Canada and Bosnia. You can see Canada sitting at the top. So both co-hosts so far sitting at the top. Mexico the better of the two so far because they obviously defeated South Africa 2-0. And so they have a goal difference of 2 and 3 points in their back pocket. You have the other co-hosts, USA, coming up later on. They're going to be taking on Paraguay, and they'll be hoping to match what Mexico have done on their match day one, their opening match of the FIFA Men's 2026 World Cup. That is how we are looking. Let's see if we can go ahead and get some stats on that game there before I have to love you and leave you. And the stats are there. Says here in terms of shots, 13 for Canada, 8 for Bosnia. Shots on target, 3 for Canada, 4 for Bosnia. Possession, 60% for the host, 40 for the visitors. Passes, 390 for Canada, 230 for Bosnia. Pass accuracy, 78%, 66% for Bosnia. Fouls, 10 for Canada. Double that for Bosnia with 20 yellow cards. It is 2 for Canada, 3 for Bosnia. Red cards, thankfully, 0 red cards. Offside, 1 for Canada, 0 for Bosnia. Corners, 9 for Canada, 4 for Bosnia. And that is how they are looking there on the screen in front of you. I realize I didn't pour myself water and my throat feels a little bit dry. So let me just pour some water quickly, all right? I know you guys know that I lost my voice recently and I had to try my best to bring it back for you guys so I can sit and give you guys some World Cup content. So sorry about that. So it's not the result that they would have not wanted, given how they went into the halftime team talk. Let's remind ourselves they went into the halftime team talk 1 goal down. And I predicted them to really go out there and secure all points. Still going to be making sure that I give Canada going to be making sure I give Canada all my support because as I said, I do like them and they are our brothers and sisters where the CONCACAF is concerned. So I am happy for them. I'm definitely happy for them. But it's not over yet though. I'm going to predict that they are going to get their maiden win at the World Cup. I think I should try and see if I can try and see if we can keep this one up on screen. What I'm going to do is try and do something slightly different. Let's see if we can do something different here. Let me try and think. Let's see if we can do something different here, guys. Bear with me. See, see if we can do something different here. Right, let's go and see right and see if we can do something here. It's not coming up my end. I don't know why that is, but it's not coming up my end. So let's go for something different. All right. I keep saying something different, but just bear with me. Give me about maybe less than 5 minutes before I close off on the show. All right. I'm gonna change my screen for you guys and focus on the big man. Then I'm going to love you and leave you. Fix up my thumbnail like the landlord said, and then I will be back later on with you guys. All right. So should I take myself off screen and bring the big man on screen, put him at center stage? I think I probably should. I think I should probably take myself off screen and let the big man share the screen temporarily before I close off. The World Cup campaign that is, but nevertheless, they managed to peg Bosnia back. A very stubborn Bosnia. I did predict that this side was going to be stubborn, tough as nails. And I think that that is how they're going to be playing for the duration of the World Cup. Stubborn, hard to beat. And Canada, even as the home side with the 12th man firmly behind them, they had to knock on that door. Bosnia, Lukic with the header. Lovely header, Lukic there inside the 21st minute to open the scoring, breaking the deadlock. And it took deep inside the second 45 for Canada to pull the trigger and find the leveler. And they did, all thanks to a promise from Jesse Marsh and Larin. Canada share the points, 1-1 in match day one for Canada. So I guess what we can do for now before I close up is to give you guys another gentle reminder of how things look as it relates to the table. And then I'm going to have to love you and leave you. In the comment section, if you're supporting Canada, are you happy with the scoreline? Surely you must be, because you were losing at halftime. Went into the halftime team talk trailing by 1 goal to the good. So go ahead and click again. Just to give you guys a small little reminder before I love you and leave you. In Group B, Canada sits at the top of the table. Following them closely is tonight's opponents, Bosnia. They have 1 point apiece of the match day one. Completing their group is Switzerland and also Qatar. You got one more match to look forward to in some hours' time. Just a gentle reminder. It says 2 a.m. That's my kickoff time if you're based in the UK. You have USA taking on Paraguay in some hours' time. Now, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Massive thank you for tuning into my live stream. They didn't get their maiden World Cup win, but it's still plenty to celebrate. Small steps, gradual steps. You cannot run before you creep. See this as a creep. Hopefully, Canada creeping towards a first ever FIFA Men's World Cup win. For now, it is a first ever point where the men's Canadian team is concerned on football's biggest stage, the World Cup, and we ain't mad at it. I'm now going to have to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for rocking with me for over 2 hours and 38 minutes. God bless each and every one of you. Hopefully, I can see you guys later on. Mr. Yal, the Mexican in the comment section, he says, go Paraguay. I really want Paraguay to beat the USA. I think he's just, I see what you're doing. I hope I see you on my next live stream. All right. If I don't, no worries. It is all love. If you've not hit the like button, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. I'm going to go and calm myself down a bit, do a little work in the background, and then I'm going to come back for that second live stream for you guys, all right, in the early hours of the morning. So do keep an eye on my channel. If you've not hit that like button, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you've not hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. Thank you so much for showing love and support to my channel. Love you guys each and every time. And guess what, guys? I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for blessing me with a moment of your time. You know how it goes. Until next time. Okay.